What's going on? It's your boy LLmind, and you're checking out A3C with iStandard. This is 3 questions, and we about to wrap it up. All right? A3C, shout to iStandard, LLmind.biz. Peace.
Hey, it's Don Di Napoli, co-founder of iStandards. We're here at the SAE Institute as part of the A3C Hip Hop Festival, and we are doing 3 questions with LLmind. LLmind, what was the number one aspect that really made you want to do music?
Number one aspect that made me want to do music. I mean, there's so many reasons, but I would say probably the most important reason and the number one reason why I'm doing music right now is probably my pops. My dad was a musician. He pretty much introduced music to the family. As far as just like being a vinyl collector. Like I remember he had vinyl, like 70s soul and jazz and like weird like jazz records from like the Philippines and shit. Like he had records and he played guitar, he played drums, there's instruments around the house. And so he just like exposed me to music throughout my childhood, and I think without that I just really wouldn't be sitting here today. I think he really just like implanted that into my psyche very early. So
If you could pick a singular turning point that you knew that this music thing was going to be a career for you and something that you do for the rest of your life, what was that?
I know exactly what it is. It's the moment I walked into Fat Beats, New York, rest in peace, and I saw my vinyl for a 12-inch single that I produced, which was my first placement I ever got back in 2001. I believe it was 2001. It was the first placement I got for a record called Remind My Soul by Acrobatic, who at the time was signed to I think it was Detonator Records or Coup d'etat. And as soon as I walked into Fat Beats, because like I was like kind of like coming out of high school, so I was really young. So I used to go to Fat Beats all the time just to go record shopping, just as like a kid, like as a fan. And as soon as I saw that, one day I went to Fat Beats and I saw that vinyl on the shelf produced by LLmind. I was just like, yo, this is fucking, I have a record in Fat Beats that says produced by LLmind. Like, this is what I'm destined to do. Like, I gotta do this. This is my shit. Like, if I can do this, then if I push hard enough, I can keep this going as a career. So I just never looked back from that moment.
What advice can you give any aspiring music person into being individualistic and not necessarily being a copycat or copying what's out in today's
market? I think you just the most important thing you gotta just do is just be yourself. Like when you start producing, like I know when I started producing, I was literally mimicking stuff that I liked. So like the first dude's beats that like really fucked my head up was J Dilla. So like when I heard Dilla's shit, I would just mimic him. Like I would listen to Fantastic Volume 2 on repeat and then like try to mimic his drums and mimic his swing. And then that was around the time that I was like getting into Pete Rock. So I would like listen to Soul Survivor and like Troy and all these records and like emulate his style. And then it was Dre, and then it was Eric Sermon, and then it was Large Pro, and then it was all these guys that like I was listening to and studying, but I was like emulating them. And the only reason why I was doing that was because I was actually passionate about doing it. Like it was fun to me. So I think nowadays, when you get caught up in the like the category of like I'm a copycat, a lot of times it's guys who do it and don't really have a true passion. They think they do, but they don't really have like this like super like energetic passion about being a producer. It's just now the technology exists to where you can literally copy a beat without really that much skill. You know what I mean? It's not that hard to do. So I think intention has a lot to do with it, and I think just being passionate. Like, you got to really just have passion to do this shit. And I know, you know, we've heard it a million times, but it's really true. Like, there's no other answer for that. Like, if you're not passionate about it, then, you know, you're just not gonna get that far. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not passionate about like super duper heavy metal, like Slayer, rock type music. So like, I'm not gonna make it, you know, I'm not gonna create that type of music because I'm just not into it, you know. So I think you just have to have the passion, man. Like, there's really nothing more to say about it. I think it's really important.